hoping that we don't need to do any more surgery. But today we're just doing a bandage change on Bear. Don't cry, it's good. Yeah. There's a little splint on this to stop the leg from moving around too much. The splint does two things. It helps to keep the leg stable for the skin graft to heal properly, but also because the bone's broken, it helps to hold it still so the bone can heal. So this looks great. So from here to here there was no skin. This is all new skin right across here. You can see the edge just where there's a little bit of wound still healing over here. But right across here there was wounds all the way around underneath. You see most of the toes have gone. We just have a little bit of toe tissue left. It's a bit sensitive when I touch it. But this is all taken beautifully. It almost has a normal foot. Well, apart from a few toes missing. That looks fantastic. This is perfect. This is like a couple of weeks down the track from when we put the graft on. And this is exactly how I want it to look. It's great. These little wounds will heal up in another few days, or another week or so. So the good thing is that even though he's lost some toes, he's got pads, these little pads under here, and they're really important so that he can walk on his foot and not wear his normal skin down. He needs normal pad tissue, so that's great. So this was a mesh skin graft. So here's the incision where the skin came from that's been used to close this area here. So the skin that's here now was originally up here. And we've just moved it around a bit. There's a little sutures. These will eventually go. I'm just taking little stitches out because they're just going to cause a bit of irritation. If I can't get them all, it doesn't matter. Sorry, it's okay. I know, it's a bit sensitive. Okay. So the break in the bone is back here, and I can't really tell just on palpation what it's doing, but it's not that swollen, and everything seems to be reasonable. We've still got some range of motion in here. I might actually remould it this time to have it a little more flexed. We've had it quite extended to try and take the pressure off the repair, but I don't want him to end up being really stiff in the joint and end up being too straight, too tippy-toed. So we might just give it a little bit of flexion today, which will make it a little more functional in the future. I'm really happy with how this is going. We're just now going to re-bandage it with the splint, but what I'm going to do is, so at the moment I've got it splinted fairly straight, but I think we're at a point where we can probably start to flex that a little bit so that we don't want him to end up with a really straight, really stiff leg that's kind of on tippy toe. We want it to have a more normal position. Even if it doesn't have a normal range of motion, we want it to be able to stand in a normal position. This is fantastic. This splinting material, it's called sand splint or easy form sand splint, and I can put this rigid splint in boiling water and change it to any shape I want. So we can remould that to make it fit how I want to on this leg, to make the leg sit in the right position. If we had lots of toes, I'd be padding between all the toes, but I can't do that here because we don't have any toes really left to pad between. So I just need to put the non-adherent dressing on, and then we're just putting the soft band padding dressing on. We're nearly done, Bear. So the good thing with the sedation that we've given Bear today is that we can reverse the sedation so that he'll be up and walking around again in a few minutes. There we go. Done. Shall I give it back to you? Here we go. Most important part. Beautiful. What a happy dog. What happened to your arm? You lost your arm in your little... There we go. It's all right. You've got that arm still. Didn't lose it.
So results, prognosis for him is going to be good?
Prognosis is good. The only thing we don't know at this stage, because we haven't given it long enough, is what's going to happen with the bone. So we need to probably take another x-ray in about 3 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks, and see how the bone's going. If it looks like it's healing well where it is, a splint for another month or so might be all we need to do. It's exciting, isn't it, Ben? Yeah.
So he'll spend time here? Or
No, he goes home, so he's only comes in for a day visit just for the bandage changes. He'll be back in probably, we probably don't need to change that for another week or so, so he'll be back in another week. So there'll be a couple more bandages and then we'll take an x-ray and see what it's doing. But I'm really happy with how he's going. Are you happy? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just crossing there. So I'm off the list.